Welcome everyone. Today I have a very important endgame stock credits or stock bills expenditure guide. So what do you do with your stock credits? What are the best items you can be buying in the stock credits shop, which resets weekly or even daily? And what are the options for the best endgame items you can be buying both on the Value 4 and also on Wuling? You can see with Value 4 I have over 1.8 or actually 18 million stock credits, and here I have 3.3 million, and the week is about to reset. So the biggest thing is, which of the items should you be buying? Look at this, those items only have 1 day left. And here, what I want to show you guys is, I also want to show you guys the other things that you can be buying in the exchange shop, including NPCs and also items that can use stock bills from different regions. And there's also consumables, there's also items and also hidden vendors that can provide you with 5-star items that can be consumed. On top of that, you can be buying items from the stock bill shop, and then those items in return can give you additional Oroberyls. So let me show you guys over here. This is a quick summary. Of course, we'll go through everything in this video. You can see I just bought a number of items from the stock bills, and basically I'll show you guys over here. If you come over to the archives, this will actually give me additional Oroberyls. I'll move my head a little bit, you can see it over here. So after buying the books from the stock bills, or stock credit shop, I was able to get 200 Oroberyls just by unlocking this archive. So there's a lot of good things you can be buying in the stock credit shop, and let's go through this in this entire video. Now, in order to make this video a complete guide, it's important for me to address the issue before you start buying those items. Because those items, even though they reset daily or weekly, there are the better investment you should be looking to before doing this. So what do I mean by that? So I'll give you guys a brief rundown, and over here we do have a number of guides I want to refer you guys back to. So in the early stage of the game, you want to be upgrading your essential stock exchange and also supply depots so you can be doing those daily quests. So what do I mean by that? Updating the stock redistributor will give you more elastic goods, which gives you tons of exchange daily for additional profit. Similarly, you can be upgrading your supply depots or the depot node to level 2 in the Wuling city or level 4 everywhere around in Valley 4. Finally, Wuling also have a photograph particular section that you want to be upgrading this one to level 2. And also, after you have upgraded those, you want to min and max your bases to the maximum endgame output capacity. We have videos for those, and I'll attach those links available for you. So for those of you that is not sure about the daily farming method for the maximum stock bills, we have 3 videos to talk about the daily routes. We have a video to talk about how to refresh for additional gain from the friends daily. And finally, we also have videos to talk about the additional ways of making credits. So why do I want to talk about this? If you're not using those credits correctly in the early game, you won't be able to generate as much as endgame credits as you see over here. And then you can't buy all the best endgame items every week. So it's essential for me to talk about this, and then we look into the other sides as well. So you can see the earning report, pretty good. That day I earned a little more, so I haven't earned enough today. So every day we're earning over 1 million particular currency or stock bills on Wuling. And if I show you guys over here, with Value 4, we're earning about 6 million here, 5 million here. Sometimes I sell items, sometimes I don't sell in time, but here we just started today. So what does this mean? This means that once you have maximized your earning capacity, this is when you want to come over to buy the stock distribution items. Also, to remind you guys, you can do the list of jobs. This doesn't refresh a lot. I also send out all my jobs to players so they can be gaining additional currency, while I gain additional currency by giving them double the bonus. So everyone benefits. So make sure you send your jobs to other players. We also have a video to talk about this one. This will give you additional credits, and other players get additional credits too. Now, the most important part, let's have a look at the end game for Value 4 first. Once you have understand how to min and max, get the most stock bills every day, then it's time to look at the best items to buy. At the moment for the end game, there will be 2 items you want to look for. Of course, there's a variety of other items, but the most scarce resource is actually the stock bills from Wuling. This is definitely needed for end game. You can, of course, unlock those recipes for the 5-star gears. Those are not that expensive, and it's a one-time purchase. And of course, over here, there may be some additional items that you can be buying. For example, I bought the standard banner summons. Those are not that expensive too, and it's also a one-time purchase. Other than the one-time purchase, we will be looking into the weekly or daily reset. So those items, the Wuling Artifying Catalysts, are the weekly reset items. They come in 3 variants: 99%, 95%, 90%. The 99% seems to be the best bargain, and a lot of us might just go here and just try to buy as much as we can, but that is not advised. Why is that? Firstly, this item have a limitation. It is not a resettable item. There's a limitation of 200 items per account for the entirety of your game to purchase at 99%. So ideally, you don't have to rush to purchase this anytime until much later when you need more of those. What you want to purchase are the refreshable items that refresh every week. For example, the 95% is one of the targets. At the same time, the best endgame item also including the Wuling engraving permits. Those items comes in 95% and also 90%. Again, it might seem to be a little cheap, there's only 15 and 10 of them, but it actually is very expensive. Look at the price over here, 2.4 million. So those are not the cheapest items. After you have bought the necessity one-time items you wanted, those two are the best items to buy, which include the 95% here and also the 95% over here. And that will actually spend up to 4.2 million Oroberyls every week. So remember I mentioned earlier I make about 1.1, 1.2 million Oroberyls every day, and in 7 days we make about 8.4 million. And 8.4 million, we spend about 4.4 million on those is okay, because you also need stock bills to be crafting your 5-star gears and also other expenditure. So what I recommend, so this is a personal choice. If you want to gear up fast and also get everything going very fast, and you don't really care about mega maxing every week, of course you can buy the cheapest. It is by far much cheaper, but those are limited. Every week it's 40, and this is limited every week it's 50. It's 15. So, and also this one, there's more supply of those, and there is a little less supply of those. So what I recommend is, I'll buy this in front of you guys. I'll buy 15 of those for 1.8 million. I won't be buying this because it's double the price, and I want to use the rest of my credits to buy those. I could buy 27 over here. And this means the rest of those, remember tomorrow I still have one more day of reset, and I can use tomorrow's reset to be buying those items. So this restocks again, and this allows me to mega max my weekly. Next week, I'll be making 8.4 million, and that should be enough to buy both of those. To follow from that, if you have spare currency after crafting your gears, you can consider buying the 90%, which is way expensive, or you can consider start to buy the 99% discount, because this way, you still want to deplete the 200 stock. You don't want to leave it there. So my priority for Wuling is to buy 15 of those, and then to buy 40 of those, and the rest I might be buying the 99% or whatever items I wanted. Very rare would I buy the 240% because it's just too expensive at the moment. Wait for the Wuling expansion of more factories or more ways to earn with patch 1.1, and then we can be buying this one, we can be buying this one for more endgame items. Before I finish with Wuling, you can also buy the character gifting items. A lot of characters currently in the Liberty main team want those gifting items for additional friendship. And in that sense, if I come over to limiting my character, where are we? If I come over to my character, you can see I have already maxed her out to the maximum friendship. So it's not the biggest deal. If you buy the gifts for her, she will still gain additional friendship as you put her in the base ship, which I'll make a guide about the friendship of the characters. So that should summarize everything we cover for his Wuling. The second one we have is going to be value 4. Now you can see I have a lot of stock credits for value 4, but surprisingly there's a lot of ways of spending them. So firstly, you should be mega maxing value 4 as well, that including upgrading all the supply depots or restock distributors and also the depots to level 4, and then you should be able to unlock your value 4 with the maximum blueprint for the best output. And this is how, I guess I'll show you guys again the summary over here. We'll make at least like 6 million or 5 million a day. So yesterday I didn't sell enough, that today I'm making about almost 3 million. Usually I make about 6 million every day just by selling stuff and also earning from everything else. Now, let's see over here. What can you buy from the distributor? We talk about the one-time item first, then we go through the rest of the items. So here we have a number of one-time standard banner summons, which are great. There's also 99% discount items. I bought those as well in the early game. And then there are a number of books, which I tried to show you guys. Maybe these are already purchased. I had to show you guys. So let's go to the replay. This replay also shows that you can be buying certain books. Actually, those books were actually bought from Wuling. So let's go to Wuling. I missed that part. I was like, there's none of books you can buy. So why do we buy books from Wuling? It's a one-time purchase for those books, and those will provide you with additional summons, not summons, additional gems. Oroberyls. Oh gosh, it disappeared the moment I bought them, apparently. Is it disappeared? Let's go to the replay. So, when you come over to the Wuling section, here I'm buying like vendor items because I have more stock credits, just checking those hidden NPCs. There's a number of those on the map. Yes, a video will be covering that. So here, there are a number of logs that you can be buying from different regions. And here I'm buying those, I believe, this is Wuling, no, this is actually the Valley 4. So Valley 4 stock distributor. If you come over to cultural goods, you can be buying those 50,000 book logs. And why do you want to buy them? It's because this will unlock your archive. This is a one-time purchase for a particular archive that will give you 200 Oroberyls. There's other ways of unlocking the archive, which I'll be making a guide about this, to get close to 2,000 Oroberyls just unlocking archive. So I'll show you guys over here. Those are the books I bought, and clicking over here, you'll get 200 Oroberyls for buying those books for the first time in the Valley 4 section, which is very good. So coming back to Valley 4. One-time items, I bought some of the 99. Oh, that's not Valley 4. Apologize for the mix-up. Let's go to Valley 4. So the one-time items we have bought, or I have bought, are those 99% discounts and whatnot. I even bought some weapons, some random early stuff, and even some gifting. Because you have a lot of stock builds in this particular shop, you can spend more freely. But there are some huge expenditures which you might have missed. So I don't recommend you buying the 60 million luxury items. They look good and they do showcase, but it's a detrimental blow to your end game at this stage of the game. So now you can be buying gifts for other characters again, but those are not the cheapest, but this 6,000, you can be buying 10. Again, I don't recommend you buying those until you see the biggest expenditure from Valley 4. So once you have bought your one-time standard items, you come over here to the daily goods, and you can see some items are permanently stocked. When it says stock 10, without a countdown, those are permanent stock items. You don't have to rush to buy those. Even the sanity, usage permanents, those and that. This will give you stamina, by the way. This will, this will give you, allow you to spend double the stamina. My bad. Not give you stamina, but it allows you to spend double, making the farm much quicker. You're looking for item that is 1 day or this daily expenditure. Here's 1 day, and because this is a weekly reset, this is actually 7 days counted down to 1 day. The biggest in-game item in Valley 4 are the Valley engraving permits, and those comes in 50% and also 0% discount. Now, because this is 1 day, what you want to do is you want to look into how much you can be purchasing here. This is 4.8 million. And this is one of the most important in-game buys in Valley 4 after you bought all the one-time items you wanted. To follow from this, you can be buying this one. This will cost you 18 million stock credits. So in together, 18.4, and this is 14.8 million. That is 23.2 million if I correctly counted this. 23.2 million. So remember, I was making about 6 to 5 million a day. So let's say if I'm making 5 million a day and then I make about 35 million a week. So I need, actually not 25, but this is 23 million, 23.2 million I have to spend out of the 35 million I make every week. So this is why those are the most important items again for the end-game engraving, similar to what we bought in Wuling. After that, you can be buying potions that give you stat boost, but I'll teach you guys where to farm them and you don't have to buy them from those stocks. And the usage items, I don't recommend those. And any of the discount items, if you really need them, it's okay to buy actually one of the detectors and also one of the compass, because using one detector and also one compass will allow you to unlock the battle pass. I'll show you guys over here actually. I'll buy one. So those are very cheap. I'm just buying one. I'll show you guys over here. Of course, I'll show you guys what I'll buy today, right? So, oh gosh, I have to go to Wuling now. No, Wuling. I have to go to Valley 4 to use him. Let's just go over here. So kind of waste, but I just want to show you guys the usage of those items. And unlocking the battle pass will give you more battle pass experience. We'll have a battle pass guide very soon, because there's actually a lot of good items you can be getting from battle pass. So stay tuned for that video. Now, where are we? My computer is definitely taking way long to load. Probably because of the huge factories that was built right next door, right? It's probably loading that factory. So Coming over to the items we just bought, or if I can find them, we add the, let's see, is it valuable stashes? That's awkward. What did the items I just bought one? Okay, it's here. So we're gonna use this one. And it will show me where you can find a particular chest loot, which is quite good. And here, I'll use this one. It will show me where to find a particular runes. And this is quite good as well. Those are the things you may be missing in the game. And this is actually a good quality of life. It shows me one missing chest and also one all-in. And this helps you to find all your endgame items. You can do this for Wuling as well, but it's a little bit expensive if you... Now, of course, one of the reasons I want to buy those two items and use it for the first time is because of the Battle Pass. If you come over to the Battle Pass, this will unlock one of the Battle Pass missions and gives you more experience. Nothing major, to be honest, just to make I max everything for you guys, so you guys don't miss anything. But yes, if I do miss something, please let me know in the comments as well. I try to cover everything as I go. So, back to Valley 4. I know I delayed a little bit, but once you have purchased much everything you wanted, those are the biggest purchase I want to make each of the week for the endgame. So I'll be buying about 12 of those. So there's only 12 left. I thought there would be more. So only 12, and here is 24. So I'll be buying as much as those as I can. I bought 17 and there's 7 left. My goal is to buy all of them, and the rest of the credits are used to other spendings, to buying those to help me find everything on the map. Maybe buying some gifts for characters to get to 100 friendship, and then maybe buying the 90% items or 1 items over here. So those are not in a rush. And that should summarize everything you want to be buying for the early game, which are the upgrade items that enables you to upgrade your distributors, depot node to get more currency. And then following the previous guide, which I really do recommending following this is how I was able to get as much earnings on the credits using those methods. And then maxing out your blue plans enables you to earn as much coming from your factories, and then you can be buying using those weekly methods. Again, if I missed any particular important item, which I hope I didn't because I spent everything, then please let me know in the comments below, guys. And if you have any great combinations of buying particular items in the shop, please let me know as well, so we can be learning and sharing with everyone together. I might be buying more of those because I plan to finish the entire map exploration and also get a lot of free-to-play chests and also alloys for my future summons in the future that'll be coming in the next banner, of course. Now, if you guys haven't subscribed, this is a really good time to do so, because I'll be covering everything related to Arknights Endfields, relating to the builds, the characters, and also ways of getting promo codes and additional freebies, explorations related to the game. So make sure you subscribe for the latest update and also news related to the game, and also more updates for new patches to come in the future.